Hey guys, Warren here, and today we are going to be telling you all about the different types of skateboards and which one's best for you. Let's get that going.
Alright boys and girls, we have here the classic, the iconic, everyone knows about it. It's the skateboard. So we have the nose here, we have the tail here, wheels, these metal things are the trucks, and then this thing, these are the bushing. So stability is 2. It sucks in terms of stability. You know, if you're going down a hill, it's pretty easy to speed wobble and die. And then we have carbon. It's actually not that good compared to the other boards we have here, but you know, it's aight, so it's like a 3. Then we have speed. Speed, the wheels are tiny, so you're not going to get a lot of speed if you're going down a hill. Speed, I'd give it a 2 compared to other boards. Last up, we have trickability. You can actually do a lot of tricks on a skateboard. I'm sure you guys know that. You have a lot more possibilities to do tricks. You have flip tricks, you have freestyle tricks. You can skate transition, which is like the half pipe, the quarter pipe. You can skate vert, you can skate street. There's just grinds, stairs, like there's just so many opportunities in terms of flexing your tricks. That's why I think skateboarding is superior, but it's up to you. So if you're a poser, going through Walmart and you're looking for the cheapest board, you can probably get it for like 20 bucks. Higher end boards, they're like, can range anywhere from like 70 to 100, and then yeah, it just depends on like what stores you go to and like what materials you buy, so if it's custom, if it's complete, all that. 20 to even $200, it can range a lot.
So this is a longboard. A longboard is a longboard. It's the longest. Comes in multiple shapes and sizes. There's pintail longboard. There's this twin tip longboard and also drop deck longboard. Here's a non-drop deck pintail longboard. And then there's also directional longboards. Personally, I don't like them. I don't get the point of them. Longboards, they're the best at going fast and stable. They have the biggest wheels. These are abnormally large wheels because it's for all terrain. But most are like 70mm or like 65, about the same size as a cruiser, slightly bigger though. The trucks are wider than a skateboard and they have softer bushing, so you can like get good carves. It's a good board for people that want to ride far. If you're in a city and you don't want to have a car, something like New York, a longboard would be good. An electric longboard would be even better. Whenever you see like videos of people like going down big hills and like doing those cool slidey things, those are always on longboards because it gives you good control and speed. So the price for longboards, they range from cheap at Walmart for like $20 up to like $500, and even in the thousands for electric longboards. Handling on a longboard, it's very stable because it's wide, long, easy to control, very smooth, very comfortable, very fun. It's 5 size. It's a 5. It's the biggest of them all. Carving's a 4 because the soft bushings and it's like very flowy, but it's not a 5 because the surf skate is better. Trickability. So a longboard like this pretty much is 0. You can't really do any tricks on it. You can just carve and look cool. But there are freestyle longboards or dance longboards which people can do like flip tricks on. It's really cool. You rate that like a 4 because it's not like a skateboard where you can like easily do a bunch of tricks. So yeah.
So now we got cruisers. In simple terms, a cruiser is just like a skateboard, but you have these nice soft longboard like wheels. Specifically with mine, I have longboard trucks, but those aren't needed. So it's basically the same as a skateboard. These things can vary a lot. Like you can have ones that look almost exactly like this, but with these wheels. You can have ones that more look like they're a penny board. You can have ones with tails that look like this, or you can have ones that are just flat like this. It can vary so much. There are so many types of these. A lot of these statistics vary, as I said a billion times. So for price, so if you want a complete one of these, you can get anywhere from like the Walmart range, which is like $20, or you could just go big money, get $300. The size of these boards, I'd say anywhere from 2 stars to 4 stars, you know? So you can get ones that are almost as small as like your foot, and you can get ones almost as big where it basically just looks like a longboard. Carving. So I'd say these are pretty good at carving. These are mostly used for like traveling short distances, mostly riding down hills, not so much for the skate park or doing tricks. They carve pretty well, I'd say, especially if you get one that's more around a skateboard size or one that's more around a longboard size. So that should be really good. But that's where stability comes into play. Stability, I would give a 3, maybe even a 2 depending on the size, maybe even a 4. For this one's smaller than a typical skateboard, so you don't have too much space to put your feet, so you have to be very careful about balancing. Like for speed wise, especially when you get these wheels, these things can go really fast. Maybe not as fast as a longboard just because, you know, it doesn't weigh as much, but if you just go straight down a hill, bomb straight down, you can go to speeds that will kill you. For tricks, no one really does tricks on cruisers, but if you really wanted to, you could do a lot of different things. Like you could probably do some flip tricks, you could maybe get it in primo. You could pretty much almost do everything a skateboard does, except they're not really meant for that typically. They're mostly just used for going down hills, traveling to college, traveling to your workplace. You know, being one of those white guys who's going around on a cruiser, going everywhere. They're Microsoft, you know what I mean. A penny board is pretty much just the same as a cruiser board, but really small. Also, I'd like to state that the reason why it's called a penny board is because there's a company that makes these small boards that is called Penny Boards. If you get a knockoff one, these can be just like Walmart price, $20, but if you want to go big, it can go up to like $150 for one of these. So this one has a plastic deck, as you can see, so the stability I'd say is pretty low, like a 2, but if you get a wooden one, you know, you can get a lot better stability, especially if you get used to this small platform right here. Speed, I'd say also slower, but that can be good if you're trying to bomb a hill and you don't want to die as hard. It can pick up speed though, because these are cruiser wheels. Carving, not as good, especially if you get one of the bad ones, but if you get more accustomed to it, you can get pretty good carving. So I'd say maybe even up to like 3 or 4. Size obviously is a 1. It's the smallest out of all of them. The only other small thing is like a tech deck, if you want to bomb a hill with a tech deck. And also, I can take this off, I just realized. I'm getting really emotional about penny boards. Aww. Trick ability, it's like the same as a cruiser, except way harder to land things. There's probably some cool videos on YouTube of people trying to do tray flips on this. Should probably go check those out. You could probably also do some power slide type things. Really not as much as a skateboard, obviously, because, you know, harder to land, harder to pop. The one thing that these is great for is portability. If you want to take this to your school, show off all your friends how much of a cool skater boy, skater girl you are, skater person, then these are really good. You just put it in your backpack, just put it in your pocket, literally so good.
Alright, so this here is a surf skate. It has a surf skate adapter right here and a surf skate rail adapter in the back. Surf skates, they're designed for carving, for flowing, feeling like a surfboard, but on land. And they have really fun, unique flowy motion to it. You just have to experience it. I highly suggest you get like a longboard or a cruiser board first before a surf skate, but it's up to you. So surf skates, this one's a really crappy Walmart deck that I have with a surf adapter on it. The deck, it can be any size you want. Usually they range from like 28 to like 35 depending on, but you could just get a surf adapter or surf trucks, put on any deck. Wheels and trucks, doesn't really matter. Wheels are often longboard wheels. Trucks are skateboard or longboard trucks. It's personal preference. But they have like this side to side motion, which is how you get the surf pumping flowy feel. Handling on this, I think it's pretty good if you get a deck that you like. You have to experiment, which can cost you money, or just do a ton of research before. But if you have a nice deck with like concave, it's like the length that you like, the handling's pretty good. It's like 4 or 5. You can go as fast as you want on them, so it's like a 5 if you want to. The size, any size you want really. They come in all different sizes, so just like 1 to 5. Carving, 5. It's made for carving. Like that's what it's designed for. Trick ability, There's surf skate specific types of tricks and carving things, but overall I'd say it's like a 3. Price. That's where things are expensive. So if you get a surf adapter like I did, just the adapter, that's usually about 50 bucks. If you get the back part for the adapter, that could make you up to like 100 bucks. But if you buy a complete surf skate, that's usually like $300 up to $400. It gets really expensive. So surf skates are the most expensive out of the box, but in my opinion they're one of the most fun, and everybody should try it at some point. If you want to know more about surf skate, there's a video that we have somewhere up there.
In conclusion, this is all our personal opinion. I think if you ask your friends, see other videos on YouTube, you'll hear different opinions about all these boards. Also, make sure to do your own research. This is about what's best for you, not what's best for me, what's best for R, what's best for Warren. This is just to guide you along your journey of skating, okay? Also, check out our other videos. We have some very informative videos. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna hit myself over the head with this later. Remember to talk about how you already made a video on this. It did? Oh my gosh, he just bottle flipped in 2021.
And I dropped it. It's like a drop bottle flip. That was cool.
Unintentional 2015 moment.